Good evening, welcome back. The Skyggeraich Part 2, the black metal side, is going to have to wait for one update because it was actually too much, and one more thing had to come in that I wanted to feature on the video. So this is going to be not a top 10 because I did the final A.S.K.E top 10 in the studio way back when, maybe a year already, or in the summer. But yeah, this is going to be just a... There we go. This is going to be a appreciation video for labels, label profile, I guess. And this time it's going to be Tour De Garde. It pops up all over the place, even when I was digging into the Blood Tyrants and all that stuff. It kept popping up. So yeah, we are going to do that one. I'm going to turn it down just a little more. We are listening to Gabstock. I'm waiting on the third full length to come in. This is Heaven's Bookmark, I think, on Strange Aeons, label from Denmark. This is a tape I bought together with a good friend of mine. Cheers, man. Before we dive in, I have a little new in collection, I guess. I wanted to thank HeavyTherapy in the first place. He is, or the guy has a YouTube account on here that kind of does something like this. But there was one of these videos going around where he showed a record and then linked it to another profile, I guess. So one of them was mine. Thanks for shouting him out. He actually gave a pretty good description of the last year of the channel, so check it out. HeavyTherapy. If I don't forget, I'll try to link it. Now, the new in collection update is from A.S.K.E, and this is not the badge that went live. I know badge is a foul word these days, but this is what Wilhelm sent me, or sent my way, before the badge was announced even. This has been in transit for more than a month. It's been in customs so long, and I still have to pay. But yeah, if I can give you a tip, if you order from the States or wherever you have to pay import taxes, make sure it's not through a business account, but just person to person. So that's the only way you can declare it as a gift. But yeah, that's it. He sent me these two things. One I haven't heard. It's the Odintir with Atlantis, I think. This is a CDR that is going into the car tomorrow. Looking forward to that one. What I do know is this one, Techno Viking with Kali Yuga flavor. The All This tape came out in the new batch, the re-release already. These are the hand-dubbed ones. This is 12 out of 30. What this is what I not predicted maybe, but yeah, where my mind was when I wrote the article for Moods Heaven, for example. The techno, the gabber actually, that that the tape from, I'm blanking, yeah. Just gabber. This is gabber. Very scratchy and almost more gabber than gabber, but yeah, with a punk attitude, I guess, or with the A.S.K.E attitudes. There we go. Nice snake and some anime, I guess. Yeah, cool to finally have, because I have Occulted Dead Stands, few, I think 4 A.S.K.E releases, but that's basically it. So I am more than happy to delve into his other subconsciousness, the more techno or noisy side, I guess. Experimental, funk, he does everything. So yeah, that is the new collection. Thank you, Wilhelm, for sending them my way, and I can't wait to have the new batch in, actually. New Era is the distributor, of course. They are pretty close to selling out. I missed the August again because I thought he was sending me August, but I got this. But yeah, Charlie is sorting that out for me, so in advance, thank you to him, thank you to, what was the guy, HeavyTherapy. But that is the thank you part of this video. I'll play a part of this maybe a minute after the video, just like I did for the volume tape. Nobody commented, so I don't know if anybody has made it to the end, but yeah. I gave a snippet of that one, so maybe we'll do the same for Techno Viking. Let's see how this video goes first. Like I said, I'm going to do a cut through Tour De Garde, I guess, from 2015-16 up until now. And it's going to be 5 tapes, yeah, 5 12 inches and then 2 7 inches as a bonus. Didn't go beyond that border. I've made a want list, just so you can see what else is on that label if you were unaware. Tornmod is, I think, an English or an of their country band that has 3 or 4 demos that are actually very good, very raw, but very heavy raw, I guess. Mask of Canaan, also very good. Lunar Womb had the release on Go to Warx, I think, that demo. The Kriegstjörn, which will show up again, and then Seder. There is also a link with with the Corpsant, of course. That's why Gapsog is in my head and with the new record. So there's that side of the story. There's a side with everything that is Skyggeraich, which I'm not going to touch right now because that will be in the other video. Yeah, those 5 bands are maybe a good indication of what they're doing together with, and this is my want list from all the releases. First one is the Menace Ruin with In Vulva Infernum. That is a tape, one of the first tapes that Menace Ruin did, Canadian female-male duo that does not really black metal, but black metal adjacent. Ambient, but also there's some post elements in there, so yeah, that's a good one. The Slag demo 7-inch, which I have the tape and I have their full length, but that 7-inch eluded me for some reason. The Salfreux Sanctuaire 10-inch, very good project, of course. Akitsa Soleil Noir, the tape, which is actually hard to find, I guess. Roman Cross and Circle of Ouroboros, Split 2 7-inch, and the Ashbull Dice Serpent 7-inch. Those are the things that I'm looking forward to most. And there's one more, Kristallnacht with Blood Drenched Memorial, the 94 to 2002. Just everything basically on one tape, which is, handy. The last thing I wanted to rectify from the Old Tower video, and I'm just spouting info right now, but yeah, is that the Stellary Wisdom tape, I noticed, I said in the video together with some other mistakes, that the test press for the Stellary Wisdom was never reproduced on another piece, and the tape has the same image, but once again, nerdy stuff. So yeah, Tour De Garde, Canadian label, run by OT, Outre-Tombe, I think, from Akitsa, and from so much more, as we will see in this video. There's a sister label that has been brought to life from 2021, I guess, because the 2 releases are on there. It is both CDs. One is a Canadian band that is called Frozen Flesh Order, with Extraterrestrial Terrorism from 2001. Like I said, Canadian. I guess you know who. And then the other one is Star from Skyggeraich with Schaduwmagie, also from 2002. That's Netherlands. So the side label, I have the cards hanging up. One is the tower with the eye, and one is a spaceship leaving mountains. So a bit of an astral feel, which they call astral, futuristic, and cosmic are the 3 words for the label. So yeah, we'll see where that goes. They have 2 CDs out right now. I'm going to get the tapes and we'll get this thing started. Okay, so the tapes. The first thing, start off with something pure Canadian and new. This is Ifrenach with Skin, Stone, Blood, Bone. One of the tapes that drew my attention to Ifrenach in general. It was the first thing I heard. I never heard demo material or something like that, just first full length. Also due to the fact that I guess it was coming out on Go to Warx on vinyl. But yeah, the Skyggeraich, I think that's how you say it. Finian Black Elk Patriarch, Skyggeraich Black Metal, yes. Yeah, first full length that really caught my attention. The pictures on this is one of them, but the full color pictures where he's holding a bloody skull. Yep. All music by Finian Black Elk Patriarch, recorded in January and February of the year 2019. Additional flute on Dark by Noctis. There's flute. Yeah, probably an elk antler. Yeah, very good. If you don't know, even I think for the later releases, he was all over the place, but the last full length also came out on Tour De Garde, the one with the Breugel painting. But start here maybe for Ifrenach if you haven't heard, because I am aware I'm talking about Tour De Garde. Everybody kind of knows that label, but there are some gems or underrated stuff. Mostly in the things that I don't have, of course, but still. Let's talk about the home team, Akitsa. This came from Shadow Kingdom. Haine et Vengeance en concert. So a live tape that was only available to what was it? Exclusively for comrades of Akitsa. The only way to obtain this cassette is to be directly in touch with someone from the lineups. So I got it from Spectre. Gratitudes. And this is a tape that it is recorded, or it came out in 2009, but it came out recorded live Nostri in Helsinki on November 2013, and then New York City, June 2009. But there are two versions of this tape, or I don't know, it's kind of weird. But yeah, very good lineup. Sang Nordique, I see the first one here. So yeah, there's a lot of that on there. Grand Infamie, very good. Le Soleil Noir. So yeah, a live tape. If you have more info on the second or the first, please feel free to fill me in. Then I have two as a precursor to the full length. These are two demos or full lengths, I don't know. Forgotten Kingdoms, the Blue Moon Gate Between Worlds, and Crowned in Forlorn Darkness. For a lot of the adversary stuff, I think Tour De Garde is doing tape versions, especially Forgotten Kingdoms. I know there's some Blood Tyrant, not Blood Tyrant also, but Drowning the Light in there or on there. So yeah, blank tapes. And he did full lengths for them too, just the vinyl. There you go. A.S.K.E with his, I guess, Dungeon Synth project. One of the ones that I really appreciate. The atmosphere that Drowning the Light creates with his rainy, gloomy stuff also comes back in this thing. You can hear, you can't hear it's the same person, but it's, you know, the same person. Their slogans is smack in the middle here, pure underground plague. I'll put this on next, but yeah, those are two very good demos, Dungeon Synth A.S.K.E. Then another good demo to round off the tapes is the Brand demo 2015. Now a well-known band, by then a not so known band, I guess. I got it because it was on Tour De Garde. Like I said, pure underground plague. Also a black tape, never anything fancy, but always very sturdy and good cassettes. This is the 2015 demo that was re-released, and this is the first band, or the first stone in the pond of what is now the Austrian scene around. I'm going to blank on the labels because it's a lot of it is on Into Endless Chaos, but it's the Brand. It is the Parasite Dreams is in there. What else is in there? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. They're all playing this weekend in Leipzig, so guess who won't be there? But I think these are playing too. Those are the tapes. Let's delve into the fulls. We are listening to the Crowned in Forlorn Darkness by Forgotten Kingdoms. Very medieval sounding Dungeon Synth from A.S.K.E from Australia. Let's just continue. This is Kingdom in Ruin. I don't know if it's his first full length, if these are considered full lengths. They're pretty long tapes, so yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you can hear it for yourself. Let's say first full length, I don't know. Comes with a nice vinyl release on Tour De Garde solo. There's no other label. It was distributed by, I think, New Era, of course. But yeah, from the year 2018. And this is maybe one of the best pictures of A.S.K.E in general. But yeah, it's medieval Dungeon Synth. I don't know what else to say about it. I talked about Dungeon Synth enough last video, and I kind of remarked that I didn't like the earlier material, which is true in some sense, but I have grown to love it due to parts or bands like this also. Just keep listening to Dungeon Synth and to dive back into Lamentation and all the other stuff that came. A bit of Mortis, not everything, but you know, always good to have something. And if it is someone like Mr. Drowning the Light that makes extra sorrowful music, then I'm down for it. Sometimes when the mood is right, we listen to Forgotten Kingdoms. But yeah. Then, before I forget, I talked to OT, I think last week, just a bit, just to tell him about what I'm going to do with the video, give him an open invitation if he wants to do a talk. And I asked him what was on the horizon for the label. Now, he told me the Blood Victory demo LP is coming out. I didn't look into it what Blood Victory, the band, I guess, was, but yeah, it sounds good. So, A.S.K.E, the French one-man project debut, is coming out, and he's working on the Pagan Hellfire reissues. Yeah, I guess on vinyl. So those are things to look forward to. I think Blood Victory is the one that speaks to me most at this time, but the A.S.K.E too, because he already has releases on Bandcamp that are very worth checking out. I have a few records that you have seen recently, due to the sense that they came out in 2021 and they were in my end of the year list. Cheers to the people who have been watching those. I haven't gotten many lists, but that's okay. We're drinking Chätiment Blonde, very good, extra strong blonde. So, you know what's up. Let's go. Kriegstjörn with, yeah, Skyggeraich, I guess. What you're going to see in these full lengths, or the 12 inches, is that a lot of hospital productions coming in, a lot of Dominic Furno, a lot of Natatale, the Denmark scene is coming in, and this is one of these bands closely aligned to the Corpsand scene. I haven't looked who is in what other band. I'm sure they will play in 2 or 3, I guess. This is on Tour De Garde and Natatale, which is the Rattenfanger. Yeah, it's a trio that plays, in a sense, just wintry, not as wintry as Pale Mort, which is coming up, but wintry Pagan Pride is, I think, what was on the YouTube. I'm not sure, but it has that. Brother has it too a bit, and then maybe the other band, Vaneberg, that kind of thing. There's more oxygen in this. It's like the cover, it's a bit more oxygen, there's a bit more variation in tempo, stuff like that. So yeah, it's very, very good record. It was deserved in my top last year. Comes with a lyric sheet in true Natatale style, almost unreadable. And then it's just a very good, the quality is always on point, even the tapes. Yeah, like. So yeah, you know my love for the Denmark scene, so it's not a coincidence that this shows up. Maybe I'm going to do Natatale next, but that's a lot of records. We'll see. Maybe do a top. But yeah, Kriegstjörn, they had a demo which was 21 also for Liv.och something like that. That was also very good, but that tape always eluded me. I guess because it was on Tour De Garde, maybe not at all. I'm not sure. Maybe I skipped a few. We are going to do the last stop in Denmark, and then we are planted severely into Canada. I'm going to do these 2 as a demo. I haven't written anything down, so this is straight from the heart. I know that I got one from Charlie. I think this one in the last box he sent me. I think I got this from Natatale itself. This is a band that was maybe the most intriguing out of the entire Corpsand compilation box set. They played a mixture on those tracks. Not sure it was demo material or it's not these tracks, I think. It's been a long time-ish. But they played a style of not really dungeon synth, it was more a real good mix of dungeon synth and black metal thrown in, but the metal parts crept into the dungeon synth a bit more, so it was a real heavy mix, I guess. Yeah, and they were something different on that tape box, and they just kept rolling that out into these two demos, I guess. One is a demo, and then A.S.K.E, I think, is a full length, this one. But yeah, it's a demo, it's a full length. I don't know. This is 2017 MMXV2. Titles I will not divulge because they are in Danish. Beautiful covers. I'm deeply into the French Revolution, Napoleon podcasts right now, so this kind of stuff fits right in. This and then the PayPal records. But yeah, very good. Like, that's a nice one. It's upside down. There you go. Yeah, just very good. I don't. It's hard to classify. I don't think I ever put it into words in a good way, and I've shown them a lot of times. So a bit of Old Tower there. What else? Sire. Yeah, very good records. Try, just don't get your hands on them, but please listen to them. I have the tape for trade. I'm not selling it. It's also on Tour De Garde from the other one, this one. But yeah, or it's for sale for, I think, 987 euros on Discogs. So check this out. Yeah, co-op sounds from the first hour, but not just black metal. It's never just black metal. I guess the what's that? Kriegstjoren was one of the records that was more black metal. There was no punk, no more punk influence in there. It was just black. So yeah, that's it. One more cut to the final scene. We are still listening to the beautiful tones of Australia. We are still residing in Canada, and we're going deeper into, I think, most of these, if not all. We are going to do a slight detour to New York, but they are all Quebec. Now, there's something like the Quebec black metal sound, or the scene. I guess it's more of a sound than a scene that has been talked about, or has, yeah, that people talk about, I guess. But I never heard a line, because this is also Quebec, but it's always different. It's always there, but not there. So, and I don't mean in quality. Quality is there. This is Pale Mort with Tour du Nord. This one definitely was in one of the end of the year videos. Yeah, this is a Canadian trio that had one of the full lengths of that year, I think, to 2021. Yes, Tour du Nord from 2021, so that was definitely in my top that year. Salash, I think. Pale Mort is the guitar, clavier, and vocals voice, and then Malchenoir, who is the batterie. Yeah, very good Canadian Quebec record that gives an ode to the old Norwegian stuff. Emperor comes to mind. I think Emperor and Judas Iscariot were in the label description, so there's the American link, I guess, or the American Canadian link. Adriewood was mentioning early Dimmu Borgir and Gehenna. I think it also has a very French feel and a very Dutch feel in some way. Dutch feel maybe comes from because Spectre did the layout. See the lettering? There you go. So he pops up once again. But yeah, I hear a very French and Dutch sound in this. Pale Mort is a band, like I said, trio that had a self-titled demo in 2017 on tape, but it went under my radar. What didn't go under my radar at the time were the curved blades, 7 inches. So this is the self-titled, and then this is the split, I think. Curved blades with Pale Mort. No, this is a split. Sorry. I hope the music starts playing, but we'll see. This is the at the bottom of the hourglass, and this is curved blade as Akitsa, Ashpool, and Bonal people put into one that play a very dirgy, synth-heavy black style of black metal, but with the New York influence, maybe the hospital sound that comes in, screamed through a balaclava. This was the 7-inch that had the split track with Pale Mort, which was Vision d'Hymne Air Suprême, I guess. My French. I know. So yeah, this is a small detour to. There's some more photo. Small detour to show what they have done. So there's a demo from 2017. This is 2018, and then 2017 also had this one. This is the curved blade, sorry, with coiled together. They're 7-inch. Black-Faced Oblivion or Blank, I don't know, and that dust recorded in New York City in 2010, for crying out loud. And this is a Tour De Garde iron bonehead, split 7-inch. So yeah, that's curved blades. Like I said, dirgy. It's like, I was going to say if City Hunter plays black metal, but it's not that sound. Pelmore, like I said, check it out. Tour de Nord. You won't find the record. It's on CD if you are into CDs. Apparently I am, or CDRs. But yeah, that is definitely something to check out, and maybe not the first highlight, but definite highlight. Switched the tape out for Blue Moon Gate Between Worlds. The silence was killing me. So yeah, Pelmore, Curved Blade, two bands that in sound have, well, nothing in common. I think Curved Blade, if I had to pinpoint this more, has an industrial feel, I guess, to it, where the Pelmore just has that icy coldness that Canada has. Three more. Speaking about icy colds, these are two records that I'm going to talk about together. Year-wise, Purity Renaissance. I was going to get the tape too. Yeah. This is the first one, Purity Renaissance, with the self-titled. Is there a year on here? That will be swell. 2017 recorded, but I guess maybe 2018 it came out. I don't know. Pretty sure this came from a New Era drop, very early that I got it there. But yeah. On TDG. The label described this as triumphant black metal, gloomy with some Euro glory put on there, but it cites very different bands. It cites bands like Woldal and Cultus, so the more, not the B bands, but the underlying layer of very, very good bands that never were the Mayhems or the Dark Thrones. For some people they are better, and that's not the debate we're having right now. But yeah, the vocals on this one, I'll show some more, I guess. The vocals on this one reminded me of how the vocal style was used for the last Heinous, the live shouted over in a cavern style vocals that were just put on the music, not paired with the music. But this one is not that extreme, but yeah, still very good. Yeah, a very, I think, warm production actually on this one. It is not as cold as a Pelmore, for example, but yeah. I have the tape for trade, I guess, because I have the vinyl, and I know maybe some people are looking for it, but it's kind of a special one, so you'll have to, if you want it, let's work something out. You can trade me this tape, Châtiment, with, it's a French title, of course, something with a vampire, Sang de Carpathiens, I think. So the blood of the Carpathians. Pretty sure this is Dracula's castle, or some Vlad. This is, what's his name? Œil de Feu, so Œil de Feu, I guess. The Eye of Fire. This was a Quebec underground tape in 2012, so underground. I guess it was still underground, pure underground. Like a vampiric black metal, I think Quebec too, but I'm not sure. Twilight Sound, Ritual Oaths, and Keeper of the Castle Gate, so I guess. One of the first that had the no contact again that I can remember, but yeah, very good picture. This is the 2012 demo remixed by Baron Jer Malachi from Skyggeraich. It has very hard zigzagging guitar all over the fretboard, but like so buzzsaw, but not that metal. I don't know, like very good. It has a very hard synths. When they come in, they stay in just like on a curved blade. They just are a big part of what this thing is. And the vocals are very hard too. So it's a very hard record, but still, for a one-man project at that time, everything sounded like Portugal at that time. I guess it's very early for that kind of style. Medieval, raw, proud, vampiric, black metal. There you go. There's not much in here looky wise. It's just demo tapes put on. There you go. Maybe that's the cover. There you go. Just demo tapes put on wax. So yeah, but the fact that it's remixed by Dam's Revolt says something, I guess. But these two, Purity Renaissance and Châtiment, are maybe the two kind of hidden pearls within the roster of, I know a lot of people are looking for them or appreciate them, but due to the limitation of first the tape and then the vinyl, kind of, they didn't get out there as much as they could have, I guess, but who's waiting for it? Then the last thing I have, cheers to them, because two records that gave me a lot of joy. The last thing is the Tenebrae with titles. Serenades of the Damned, a 94, let's verify that, yes, a 94 demo from the Canadian Underground, and some people say, OT, on his channel description says, it's the first Canadian black metal tape, put the tape and then spread out, I guess. This is the 2020 re-release on vinyl. This is the actual tape cover. The back with a live shot from the band. Serenades of the Damned. For your glory, my lord, crimson dusk, under his horns I slept, engulfed by the flame, and the moon bleeds dark embrace, morning in the woods. So yeah, first track when I heard it the first time, kind of gave me a death metal vibe, and I thought, oh, it's one of those transition records where you can hear some death metal. Some can't think of a band right now, but there are a lot. Starting track 2, Crimson Dusk, just black metal. Synths come in. I'm pretty sure there are no synths on the first track, but it's just for 94, a very good record. It has Michal on vocals. He is a figure in the Canadian scene that also was later responsible for the vocals, or just was Frozen Shadows, that had a release again on Go to Warwick's, very good record. He also was the proprietor or the creator of the Sepulchral Productions. Now, this one is recorded by Alexis Gagnon. Normally, I don't speak about people who record records, but he was one of the first real underground tape traders, I guess. Real. I don't know who came before him, probably some other guys, but he was one of the bigger ones, and he traded this tape throughout the entire world, I guess. Yeah, very synth heavy. I say synth heavy a lot, but yeah, there's a lot of synth on Tour De Garde. Yeah, it's just a very good demo for that time. You know kind of what you get is not Canadian, but it's proto black still, but actually already there. 94 was Mysterious Dom Satanas, and Darkthrone was already done, period. So around that time in Canada. So yeah, a very cool one. Is there anything else I can show you or tell you about this one? Once again, in Quebec, November 94. Yeah, that's it. Very good record. Did I show the poster? Yes, I showed the poster. That's it. That is the Tour De Garde update. It's basically a playlist. I'm not going to do a top 10 because it's such a glitchy title for a video, but yeah, just appreciation like always. I'm going to try to get you some garbage and get your blood pumping for the weekend, so we'll upload these, I guess, Friday or Saturday from now on, so you have the entire weekend to watch these instead of a Sunday night. We'll see. Up next, Techno Viking, and I'll see you in the Skyggeraich. Peace.